Hey guys, it's Gerald here. In this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to profit over $50,000 in 1 month in the stock market. I called this play out to my team, and as you can see here, we have multiple people who are able to profit anywhere from 10 to 30% off of this one single play. I have here Jenny up approximately 15%, Renee and Ribcall both up over 20% alone on that one singular play. I also created a video outlining this play, catching the very bottom of Alibaba for everyone here on YouTube 1 month ago, right here. Go ahead and click that video to see what I did, but here's me once again recapping the play after the fact. If any of you guys are interested in learning how to trade, just hit the subscribe button for more videos, and I'll release how I'm able to identify trades like these on a regular basis to make anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 a month. So on a fundamental basis, we have Alibaba, who's generating over 130 billion in revenue, but the stock was trading at stock levels back in 2016 when it was generating $15 billion. The stock is currently generating nearly 8 to 9 times more than it was back in 2016, but is trading at the exact same level. Huge discrepancy between the revenue that is able to generate and the price that is currently trading in the stock market. Number two, the stock was trading at historical low PEs. So you can see here, this is a graphical representation of the PE ratio of Alibaba through the years. You can see here it's currently trading at 16.56 as I'm recording this video, but when we outlined that video 1 month ago, it was currently trading anywhere from 12 to 15, right? You can just look at all these divots, right? 15, 18, 19, 22, 24, 23, very low PE ratio compared to what it was previously, even lower than what it was in historical time basis. Number three, free cash flow on a full fiscal year 2023 was 30 billion. This company is able to generate positive free cash flow consistently. Number four, has a huge buyback program. As you can see here in this article, Alibaba actively bought back shares, spending 4.8 billion in the last quarter and 12.5 billion over the fiscal year ending March 2024 to repurchase a significant amount of its shares. Law of supply and demand. Less supply, very good chance the stock is going to rebound. Number five, chairman and co-founder Joe Tsai and founder Jack Ma were purchasing up massive amounts of BABA stock. This is some of the articles that were going on at the time that Alibaba was trading at that severe deficit. So you can see here in this article, in the last several months, Tsai and fellow co-founder Jack Ma have bought back more than 200 million worth of Alibaba shares between them. Number six, we had super investors like Burry, Tepper, who were massively purchasing shares of Alibaba. As you can see here, these are the 13F filings. You can see David Tepper had massive amount of position. His most recent 13F filings showed a 158% increase in Alibaba stock, as well as Michael Burry with Sign Asset Management, increasing his position nearly 66% with an average price of 80.42. So that's it on the fundamental aspect of it. I go much more more into it. This is a very superficial fundamental analysis, and let's take a dive into the technicals. So for the technicals of Alibaba, I want to take a look at this stock on the daily time frame. I want to take a zoomed out approach of how the stock was trading previously to where it's at today. So the stock was trading at a highs of 320 all the way back in October 2020, and where it's at present day, roughly around 72 area on April 29th-ish. So you can see a stock that has majorly capitulated, got a lot of investors to capitulate out of the positions, sell out of the positions, and this is where I find opportunity. To delve deeper into the technical analysis, what I want to do is outline my major tops, so my top trend line, as well as my bottom trend line. You can see here that's going to create a falling wedge, but as you can see here, I outlined my top trend line right over on here at January 7th, 2022, extended it to this area from July 2022, and you can see multiple times where it touched this major trend line, got rejected from, right? For the lower trend line, you can see I outlined my position roughly around this May 2023 area, marked a point right around here, and you can see multiple times where it found demand from. You can see recently where it found demand, but let's dive into that in a couple moments. So you can see here, as I take a zoomed in approach to where this stock was trading at, when it was trading at 72, it was in the middle of this falling wedge, about to make a breakout, right? You can see here an inverse head and shoulders formation, and with an inverse head and shoulders, it will formulate a 1, 2, 3 in Elliott wave theory. So wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 in Elliott wave theory is usually the largest wave where you can make significant gains. But for me, I'm more conservative. I want to lock in what I consider as almost like guaranteed gains. So what I would do is I would simply take this wave right over here and clone it. I cloned it and I superimposed it right around here. You can see at the 72 area, we saw support at this lower trend line. You can see it was sitting in an area of major demand, and you can see that we were trading at a 0.786 fib, which is considered a deep retracement. So I had multiple confluences to support my theory that this stock was going to go up, both on a fundamental basis and a technical basis. On top of that, I was able to identify an RSI divergence. So what is an RSI divergence? What is RSI, first of all? RSI is a momentum oscillator. So if a stock continually gets sold and sold down, the RSI would be considered more oversold, right? RSI of 30 is considered oversold, and RSI over 60 is considered overbought, right? What I was able to identify as the stock was falling, the RSI was actually rising, right? Where could you find this RSI? I plotted it around this purple trend line right over here. As you can see at this candle, the RSI was trading around 34.57, and you can see at this candle trading at the exact same level was pretty much trading in line, right? You can see the RSI was actually rising compared to where the stock was currently at. So we saw an RSI divergence. I saw support off of this lower trend line to make that wave 3 formation. And this was how I was able to capitalize on huge gains with minimal risk. As you can see here, we had the support off of that lower trend line, 72. We saw a gap up all the way here. We crossed over the 50 moving average, pretty much got above the major falling wedge, retraced back to that top of that falling wedge, and continued upward towards the supply zone. How I was able to map this supply zone, as you can see here, as we go all the way to the left here, hit around this supply zone, roughly around this 88 to this 90 level, psychological 90. We had a rejection. Once it hit roughly around this area again, got rejected, right? Same thing with areas of demand. How I was able to map this area of demand. Last time I got roughly around the 72 level, we had a bounce. 72, bounce, 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 bounce. Multiple times where this is shown to be a strong area of demand. All right, guys, hopefully this video is able to give you guys an insight on how I was able to trade, and hopefully this helps you guys out in your trading as well. Take care, guys.